Welcome back to This Day. We are joined by Siobhan Foster. She's the CEO of Village Management Services, and it's budget season. And so this is your Super Bowl and World Series all wrapped into one in terms of the work you guys do and the things you present out to the community. So, what's going on?
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
Thanks you for joining us.
I wanted to talk this morning about ways to reduce costs, both ways our residents can help and what our departments are doing to try to save money and keep the assessments down.
Right, and that's the big thing, right? When in terms of like how you serve our residents here, there's only two ways to do that. One, find ways to do things more cheap, and then other ways to be more efficient in terms of the services you provide. So you're going to kind of go back and forth on some of those things for us right now, in terms of starting with the residents.
Right, and clearly it's a partnership. We're all in this together. Right. So again, as we're in mid-budget preparation, I want to reiterate how residents can help reduce costs, and then highlight recent landscaping services and maintenance and construction efficiencies. As a reminder, the next 2024 business plan meetings are televised, and they are on Monday, August 7th for GRF, that's at 9:30, and then followed by Third Mutual on Thursday, August 10th at 9:30, and United will be Wednesday, August 9th.
And these are their big budget meetings too, right?
Yes.
So everything's coming down
We're getting closer to the end, and so these are televised, and we want everyone to participate as much as possible.
Terrific.
So in terms of ways residents can reduce costs, they can opt out of paper mailings. The Senate Bill 392 mandates that each member receive written request of how they want to receive their mailings moving forward. That notice arrived in May as part of the audited financial statements. And in case you missed that form, residents may email their delivery method preference to information@vmsinc.org. September 1 is the response deadline, or if you do not respond, the mailing address provided previously will be deemed the mailing address for the next year.
Right, and that's a big cost savings, right?
It is.
Right.
And so, to go over that, the November and April mailings are mandated, and they cost $7.50 per member. So if 12,000 members were to opt out of those paper mailings, we'd save $90,000 per year. Right now, we have about 3,100 owners who have opted out, and so that savings translates to about $23,000.
That really adds up when people get that kind of, when we get enough inertia and a critical mass of folks, it really can make a big dent in that in terms of the money you're spending just on mailings.
Right, and so that's what we're trying to do, make this push until the September 1st deadline to try to get people to go electronic.
Okay.
Other ways residents can reduce costs are by using Dwelling Live, Easy Pay, and other tools. Registering guests electronically instead of by telephone for guest clearance, for example, can save $1.60 per call.
And it also reduces those lines at the gates, right?
Exactly.
That could be helpful and help the efficiencies there too.
So to that end, we've partnered with the PC Club to offer free training classes to learn to use Village technology tools. And again, these include Dwelling Live, the resident portal, and so forth. Classes are held from 1 to 3 p.m. at the PC Club Learning Center here on the 3rd floor of the community center. And the next classes are this Wednesday, July 19th, and Wednesday, August 16th.
Is that one of the biggest challenges, I think, maybe in terms of technology and seniors using this technology going, oh, I just want to do the paper, or I just want to do that. I don't want to mess with the computer. Is that one of the things that we can help them get over?
Exactly, and that's what we're trying to do. But the pandemic was a boon in that case because a lot of people learned to FaceTime friends and relatives and so forth.
Zooms went crazy, and so people kind of were pushed into, nudged gently into that world of technology. And I think a lot of people are, okay, this isn't as overwhelming as it seems.
Right, and again, the PC Club is partnering to offer these free classes.
Right, and take advantage.
Exactly, so please do.
Terrific.
And then I've previously highlighted cost reductions and efficiencies that have been implemented by our departments. Very briefly, for example, resident services implemented a new employee health insurance program this year, and that saved more than $500,000.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's really incredible in terms of hearing how costs are always going up in health. To be able to make that savings is a big, big help.
Exactly. And then our general services department went through a fleet rate sizing exercise, and that's going to save more than $600,000 over the next 4 years. They're also purchasing smaller buses, which save $35,000 per bus. And then fuel savings will be about $42,000 over the life of those buses.
Oh, that's terrific. And that's just kind of a fine tuning of what you're using the fleets for, how many people are really on those buses, and so you're able to just kind of really cater that to what the needs are right now?
Exactly.
That's terrific.
And then our Media and Communications Department secured a 3-year agreement with Memorial Care, valued at more than $660,000 for the Village Breeze event sponsorship and the wellness bus route.
Oh, that's great.
Yes. So today I wanted to highlight efficiencies and cost reductions in 2 other departments, our landscaping services and our maintenance and construction departments.
Okay.
In landscaping services, the master irrigation control system, which is now about 80% complete, is going to save 74 million gallons of water per year, and that translates to about $280,000 in water savings annually. And it's also eligible for $350,000 in Metropolitan Water District rebates, so
Right.
just a win-win.
And as much as we all love our grass and our lawns, they are really, they really take up a lot of water. So those kind of efficiencies can really make a difference to be able to keep things green and nice, but also, help. We are still in the desert, even though we had so much rain.
Absolutely. The department has also recently adjusted the mowing protocol by retaining 7 mowers that were going to go to surplus. This allows more acreage to be mowed in less time. It reduces actually 320 labor hours per mow cycle, equivalent to almost $11,000 per cycle and $290,000 annually. And in addition to that, the gardener hours that are freed up here will be allocated to shrub bed maintenance, so trimming and weeding and all those other details.
Those things that it's never over.
Exactly, exactly. Landscaping services is also mixing pre-emergent herbicides with non-selective herbicides to spray both simultaneously. This actually halves the total spray hours, and crews can cover twice the area in the same amount of time
Well, that sounds
to
like
address
that's a
weeds.
great efficiency. So you're mixing all the things you'd be spraying individually before, just all in one, and there we go.
Yes, so
Right.
we can address those weeds more quickly.
Terrific.
And then this saves about 144 labor hours per week in the spring and summer months. And this is equivalent to almost $5,000 per cycle and $125,000 annually. And again, gardener hours that are freed up are allocated to shrub bed maintenance cycles. And then landscaping is also mixing pre-emergent herbicides with the mulch it applies throughout the community. So this reduces the need to return and spray for weeds.
Okay.
It saves 160 labor hours per month, $5,000 or $64,000 annually. And again, frees up some hours that can be allocated
Right,
to
can be
shrub bed
allocated
maintenance.
to other stuff that is, it's always, it's a nonstop maintenance of all the beautiful greenery we have around here.
Exactly. And then looking to our maintenance and construction department, the department has implemented a management on-call system for after-hours emergencies, reducing our after-hour vendor cost by 7%. So in this process, security contacts the on-call after-hours maintenance manager. This manager determines if the incident warrants immediate attention, and if so, the vendor will be dispatched.
Broken sprinkler, probably handle it in the morning. Broken pipe in the house, we're going to be right there.
Exactly, exactly. Again, it reduces costs because the contractor won't respond to minor issues that
Right.
VMS staff
And
can handle.
the charges you get for those emergency calls goes down because they can do it in regular business hours.
Correct, correct.
That makes a lot of sense.
So we're very excited about that. The department has also increased the number of plumbing contractors it has on its on-call panel. This reduces emergency response times to about an hour to an hour and a half from a range of 2 to 7 hours per incident, thereby reducing damage in the community.
Now, are we finding overall as a community, pipes are getting older, we're having more of those kind of issues? Is this going to be a bigger issue down the line, or?
Fortunately, both mutuals have pipelining programs in place and underway, so we're trying to address those before they become significant issues.
Okay. Terrific.
Maintenance and construction has also researched and implemented a new appliance brand, Speed Queen, for laundry facilities. This is to improve equipment quality, and it reduces staff time dedicated to repairs.
Okay.
The department has implemented monthly contractor meetings to review all work and invoicing to ensure quality and accuracy. And the department is reviewing construction materials to expand the lifespan of materials and use the latest industry standards. This is going to cost save an estimated $150,000 per mutual over the next 2 years.
And then you got bulk ordering.
Right, and again, the department's recently implemented bulk material ordering with selected vendors, and this is going to save about 3% of the materials budget.
So when you do the bulk ordering, it's kind of like a pipe or tiles or things that you replace commonly in many areas,
Yes.
and that's something we just go to the stockpile instead of waiting for an order to come in and doing it piecemeal, right?
That is absolutely, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's great efficiency there too.
Yes. And then maintenance and construction is creating and updating SOPs for specific work tasks. That results in an estimated 10% efficiency in work order closures. The department routinely reviews staffing capabilities and reassigns staff based on knowledge and skills, resulting in an estimated 10% efficiency in work completed.
And that's just, yeah, with the technologies that we have, with the ways people are now working around things, and the working from home, I imagine that's been a real kind of big thing in terms of looking at where do we need people here and where can we put other people other places, right?
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
And then the department is implementing technology to allow moisture intrusion coordinators to transfer their field information to administrative staff for faster processing. This allows the field coordinators to spend more time in the field responding to cases, resulting in less costly repairs.
Right, where they need to be.
Exactly. And then the department's also creating a tracking system to manage contractors to ensure quality and compliance with contract specifications.
Okay.
The department is reassigning operation coordinators to assist the forepersons with contacting residents to schedule work in the manors.
Mm-hmm.
This allows our forepersons to spend more time in the field overseeing operations, which is always
Right,
always key.
Where they need to be too, right?
Exactly.
The overseeing of those projects, that's super important for the foreman to be there and just making sure everybody's doing what they need to be doing.
Right, exactly. And then the department's implemented cross-training initiatives to allow temporary reassignment of personnel to support work areas that are expanding or experience high volumes.
Mm-hmm. Sure, that's terrific. Yeah, that makes sense in terms of kind of that surge kind of mentality. Hey, we have an emergency over here. Who's cross-trained that can be over here and cover for those kinds of things?
Absolutely, yes. And then our manor alterations division, which handles the mutual consents when someone wants to remodel their units, has restructured and enhanced training for its personnel. This has improved the call answer rate from 32% last year to 88% this year, and reduced the email backlog from 683 emails in January to only 3 in May.
Oh,
so
that's
just
great.
a huge improvement there. And the division has also eliminated the requirement to include asbestos reports with mutual consent applications. This has reduced the turnaround time from 3 weeks to 5 business
Is the
days.
asbestos kind of thing something that's just really not a concern anymore in terms of everything's been mitigated that needs to be mitigated? Is that why that's kind of like one of those mutual consent things?
No, it hasn't been
Oh, it
mitigated
hasn't.
because we're an older community, so
Okay.
you have it in a number of different components in the unit still. So
Well, that's terrific then. Well, the mutual consent thing works.
yes, and that's important because residents want to get their projects done as quickly as possible.
Okay.
So that's what I have this morning.
That's what we have this morning. So overall, where do you feel like you're sitting as an organization for Village Management Services? Are you really looking forward to? Are you excited about where you've gotten with this process?
Yes, I think every department's taking a critical look at their operations, trying to be as efficient as possible, and that's exciting to just continuously improve processes.
And how important is this communication in terms of the meetings you guys are having and the mutuals are having as well, and the homeowner associations? Is that to get that communication out there and let the residents know exactly what's going on?
I think it's critical because it builds trust and mutual respect as we try to work through this difficult budget that's upon us.
Okay, well, Siobhan Foster, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.